back to Everett and Piers. You're still in the cinema. You just informed Penelope and Everett Penelope and Joe that Melanie might be in the kitchen.
I'm going to follow up with the comment that Everett says they have a knife.
Yeah, I would have definitely said that out loud. Absolutely, 100%.
Oh, it's weird. The walkie-talkie's not working. It's fucked. It's weird.
Now, Dave.
You just get feedback when you're like...
Now, Dave. I've played enough Phasmophobia to know what that means. We're gonna die.
Out of 10, the doors are locked. Doors are locked.
Doors are locked.
My heartbeat is here in my ear.
Well, I mean, I at least told them to go to the kitchen, but they didn't get the warning message.
Right. I'll take the thing off. Right. Obviously Victoria's not here, which means she's probably...
Well,
yeah,
I mean, we've got the next door.
Right. They did...
Really quick, I'd like to shuffle through the robes and the clothes.
Okay.
Just to see if anything drops out. Any items.
Nope.
Nothing at all?
Nope.
While you're digging through the, clothes and stuff, Everett is gonna, kind of come up next to you, not, helping you dig or anything, and ask, Piers, did you see anything strange while we were all, having a quick power nap in the library?
Yeah, it was almost just like a nightmare. Did you see something?
Well, I saw a couple of things. One, yes, I would also equate it to a nightmare. Similar, I would hesitate to say absolutely completely different from whatever nightmare that you ever had. Unless yours involved elevators. But, I also saw, kind of, these exceptionally long fingers that were, covering my eyes. Terrifying. Very scary. Did you see anything like that? It's very long fingers, very dark coat.
I remember something being behind me. I just don't remember what it was. There was a very long, just thin man that was a curtain that you walked through.
You're not lying to me, are you?
I wish I was.
Okay. Alright. This is a very bad place. We just need to find everyone and leave. So, we should go and do that.
Yes, so are you ready to venture
He's
on?
already heading towards the workshop. Okay. He's gonna try his radio again, and say, Joe, Penelope, can you hear me?
Let's see. Can they hear you? Can they hear you? In a response, you just get a yes.
Victoria?
Dark. Your amber device goes off.
Oh no.
Keep talking to him, Piers. Where is it?
It is saying it is in the storage room.
Oh, we're almost there.
Melanie? Victoria?
Dark. Everett, do you put on the amber device?
Yeah, sure, why What?
It says "Surf's up," and then you get a pixelization. And what you see is just a completely pitch black room, but there's a red blinking light in the center of it that just kind of falls to the floor.
Like a camera?
Mm-hmm. It's still blinking.
Oh.
It seems to be facing the door too, if you could still see it.
But we have to go. I think something just happened to her. We have to go.
Right.
We have to go.
All right, Brute, I'm gonna open the door.
Alrighty, so that would lead to the workshop.
Yeah, which is one room away, which is fine.
The workshop in this, the ceiling in this room depicts the constellations of Sagittarius and Capricorn. This room may eventually have been intended to be used as a function room, but for the initial decoration of the house, But for the initial decoration of the house and installing various things, this became the workshop. Equipment that would have been used by builders, carpenters, and decorators finishing up the work on the interior of the house is stored here. Some of it was used to complete the work in the library, the ballroom, and the cinema, so it looks like it was in active use before the house was bricked up.
Is this like one of those rooms where tons of things are covered in white sheets?
Sort of. It's more like it's a room full of
Tons.
crates and stuff.
Crates and also just lots of like nails and saws and
Yep.
You know, all those things that are fine in a haunted house.
And in this room has a door that leads to the cinema that you just came from, a bricked up door leading to the garden, and a door leading to storage,
Well,
which is shut because that's where the peak device is.
I'm gonna go towards the storage door and just look at everything. You said from here, right?
Yeah.
Sounded like I heard Victoria saying it's dark in there. So,
Right. Joe, Penelope, can either of you hear me? Into my walkie-talkie.
We are going to cut back to Joe and Penelope, who
Oh,
have
boy.
not gotten a walkie-talkie response in a long time. You two are still upstairs in the outer landing of the library, or of the lobby.
Well, they said Melanie's in the kitchen.
We go then.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Head to the kitchen. Real quick, hopefully to collect and go get them.
Okay,
Assume
so
these things are like happening simultaneously.
yeah, so you're in the seating area. What's cool about the seating area upstairs is that you can see every room that is up here. It's basically like a hub, and then surrounding it is every room. So you can go straight to the kitchen. You get to the kitchen, the door is shut to the kitchen because that's where the peak device is. It's on the other side of the doorknob.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, open the door. I'm gonna open the door. It's just like I don't know. Okay. 1, 2, 3. I just like try to open the door real quick and like get out of the way just in case something like runs out.
You get into the kitchen, and before Melanie can get in, or before Penelope can get into the kitchen, the door shuts behind you.
Oh fuck.
Everybody take off your headphones.
Except for
Joe.
oh, bye.
Hi, it's nice knowing you.
So, you're in the kitchen. The kitchen appears to be empty. It just has that one single light coming from the island, like the vent in the island. Other than that, it just appears to be a very sterile, very clean kitchen, and the door is locked behind you.
Penelope, can you hear me?
She might be pounding on the other side of the door trying to get in, but you don't hear it.
Oh fuck. All right. I absolutely have my backpack that has all of my shit in it, and I'm gonna pull out a flashlight.
Alrighty.
I'm gonna shine around the room.
You don't see anything in the room. Like you've kind of like scanned every corner of the room. Like you hear a strange, pained voice say that with a giggle behind you. Then you hear a wet, fleshy footstep step forward. And just as you look to see what it could be, making out what looks like a bloody leg emerging from the darkness, the lights go out.
Joe!
Melanie?
Can't you love me?
Joe!
Footsteps, wet with blood, seem to be circling you like a predator.
Is it Melanie's voice? I'm having
Sorta.
difficulty trying to
Sorta.
discern what's Dave, what's Melanie, what could possibly be her voice.
It sounds like Melanie if something was trying to pretend to be her. So it sounds off and almost like a puppet of Melanie. But it's definitely, it sounds like her voice, but it doesn't sound like what she would sound like. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like, almost like something's wearing her voice box and pretending to be her.
The Melanie I know doesn't sound like that. And the Melanie I know doesn't ask questions like that.
I can be
So much better than her.
Joe.
Joe!
Melanie then emerges right in your face. She grabs you by your neck and looks directly into your eyes. Like that. At least she would be if she had any eyes. Her face is horribly scarred, and there seems to be slashes that extend her smile all the way up to her ears.
I can be.
Joe, I can be her, Joe.
See, I'm much prettier than her.
Joe,
She smiles too wide.
Stay with me, Joe.
be with me forever.
She cackles as she lets go of your neck and slowly seems to float away from you into the darkness. And then the lights turn on. And there it is. Melanie's body. She looks as if she's had the life drained from her, like she's a dried husk. One hand grips a knife, and she has seemingly old stab wounds all over her chest and body. You hear one final whisper from the darkness that says, "I had to get the darkness out." As the presence of Melanie's ghost seems to fade away and her body crumbles into dust.
And like the body that was there is gone.
Yeah, just like it kind of melts in the floor like sand. It looks like just like any of the other dust that's in the building now.
I'll just kneel down and put my hand where it was. It's not real.
I need you to make a 6-point stability test, and yes, I know the problem with that.
No.
No?
I got a 3.
You didn't, I'm assuming you didn't bet anything, right?
Oh god, I had a point. maybe.
Yeah, you're 1 point. Okay, so you take 6 stability damage, which puts you pretty deep into...
Yeah, I'm at -5.
Yeah, you're probably not doing great.
Yeah, I am.
You don't
I kind of
necessarily
just
have
curl
to
up
go
on the
overboard.
floor,
Yeah.
and I will kind of just curl my arms around my knees and just go, "It's not real. It's not real. It's not real. It's not real."
With that, Penelope, I don't know what you've been doing the entire time the door has been locked.
How long has that been?
2 minutes.
I think I would have been trying to open it. Number one.
Probably like handle banging on it, right?
Yeah, unless there's something in the room. Is there like furniture anywhere nearby?
I want to say you go to look to see if there's like the couch and stuff, and you're like, maybe I could do, and then you hear, and the door just kind of opens a little bit. Not all the way, just a little bit.
I burst open. Well, I actually do it slowly because I don't know how close Joe is to the door. So I'll peek my head in.
It's not real. It's not real. It's not real.
Joe's just kind of curled up on the floor next to the island.
Not this. How terrible.
She's got a lot of dust on her.
It's not real.
What?
It's not real.
Penelope is gonna very slowly go over to Joe and like get like if Joe's on the ground, Penelope's gonna get literally as flat as she can so she's at the same level as Joe. Wherever I don't know in what position Joe is in.
I am just huddled like this.
Okay, then she would sit down in front of you. Joe?
Yeah.
And Penelope's gonna put her hands out for Joe's hands.
Okay, you look normal.
Unfortunately, I do.
Okay, your face is fine. And you have eyes. Okay. Can I just to make sure, and I'll like reach forward to like just poke. Okay. All right. Is the dust still on me?
Yeah.
Can you tell me whether this is this like dust from this being closed? Is there dust everywhere else? Can you see whether there's dust everywhere else? Penelope,
Is
I
there
need you to
dust
tell me.
everywhere?
There is. Notably, there is a clear spot of dust underneath, where dust would be. There's some underneath Joe, as if it could have just been floor dust all over her.
Great. Okay. Maybe it wasn't real. And she's fine. She didn't have that happen to her. I don't.
Joe?
Yeah. Sorry.
So I'm not sure what's going on here, but I can say that sometimes houses lie.
I came in. The door closed. I called for you. I didn't hear anything. But it was dark. I had the flashlight. I turned the flashlight on and I could hear her. I could hear Melanie. But it wasn't her, but it was. And I finally saw her, and her face was cut all the way up, and she had no eyes, and she just kept saying, and then I looked, and she was on the ground, and she was dead, and she had stab wounds all over her chest, and she had the knife in her hand, and then she was dust, and the dust was everywhere, and it was on me, and it was me. I put her there. I drove her there.
I don't see. Is there blood here? Before I say this, do I see blood anywhere in here?
No.
I don't see any blood. I see no flesh. And we are sitting on some geometry that is very dangerous. Take a really deep breath and remember that I don't know how much of what we're seeing or hearing is real. And if we are going to survive, then we have to remember that we must stick together and we can't believe everything.
I think I'm being judged here. Not like I think I'm on trial. But the only thing is that for some reason, I'm not the one being punished.
Who's judging you? You are.
No. It's something else. I saw it earlier. It was
What's your
reeking.
fear? What is your biggest fear? Currently.
The list has gotten longer today.
I think that my biggest fear currently is that the people I care about are going to die and only I will remain.
So?
I had an affair with Melanie.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm not going to ask how it was now, but later I would love to hear about it. So, what I don't want to get into specifics, but let me put it this way. I have past things in my life that I would arguably consider to be mistakes that I am trying to run from. And unfortunately, I was presented quite directly with those things when we collapsed downstairs. And now here you are, terrified of losing the people that you love and seeing you lose them. I think this house, or whatever is here, has knowledge of what we don't like and don't want to experience and what we are fearful of, and is using it.
I feel like it's more than that, though. It's more than losing them. It's watching them
Suffer?
feel like they need to carve themselves into something.
That's literally what you just saw.
Yeah. She was trying to make herself worthy, except for that's not.
So, we're going to get up, we're going to
Yep,
dust
we're gonna
you
get up.
off, and we're going to find her.
Your walkie-talkie, it's syncing up with what happened to Piers and Everett in the
Yeah.
basement.
I'm so glad I know this house.
Air. Dark. 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 Dark.
Dark.
Target.
May I borrow your walkie-talkie?
You can have it.
Thank you so much. She's going to hold for a minute and then turn it on. Victoria? Melanie? Oh, good. I'm so glad I have you on the line. So I'd like you to listen very carefully. I've about had it with your shit, first of all. Second of all, we're going to find our people and we're going to leave because this is really, really annoying and it's going to ruin my skin if we don't hurry this up. Thank you so much for your time. Please don't contact us again. We're not interested. I'm just going to shut it off.
I like, so we're gonna cut back to Piers and Everett, and you're gonna hear all that, you know, creepiness, but then you're gonna hear Penelope just go off on it. But Piers, your hand is like right on the handle as it was saying all that.
I'm just gonna look at the walkie while Penelope's going and just go into the door.
So you open the door, and it's completely black in that room, but there is a blinking red light on the floor.
Do we have flashlights? Wait, we should. We have.
Well,
We have, right?
I should have a light on the camera.
Also, that.
You try to use it, it doesn't seem to do anything.
Of course.
It's definitely on, but it's just not piercing the darkness.
Ah, Pierce.
I'm also gonna throw on the night vision.
Again, just it's like just nothing. But you
I
do
guess
see
so.
that red light.
Oh boy. I'll reach for the red light.
As you're walking, it kind of feels like something's kind of like tickling you a little bit as you walk through the area. And then you reach for the light, and you kind of feel it. It feels like a camera. And then you feel like something just kind of like just lightly touch your hand, and you hear Victoria right next to you. All you see are two blinking red lights that look like camera lights, and you just hear her go,
I like the red.
and then the lights turn on, and there's just a camera laying on the floor in a pile of dust.
Oh.
But this is the storage room.
I'm gonna cry.
I'm gonna look around.
Where's the storage room? Where did I write this down? Okay, so the only real thing of note in this room, besides, fucking camera and dust, is that near the door to the workshop are two large crates, both similarly labeled. However, one is open and empty and the other is fully intact. They both read portable generator. There's unfortunately no fuel in this room left to use the one that's left over. There's also a box marked fragile that contains 7 halogen lamps.
Why?
And that's it for the storage room?
Yep.
Then I'm going to...
Wait, is there another door in here?
There's a locked door that leads back to the lobby.
Locked as in, like, there's, like, a deadbolt lock, or, like...
From this side, you can open it. It was locked from the other side, though. That's why
Okay.
you had to go all the way around in order to get to the storage room.
Good.
I'd like to review the footage on that camera.
Oh, good. I was hoping you'd ask. So,
Well, before you do that, I'm just gonna go on the radio again after Penelope's, like, stuff, and just say, Penelope, what was that all about?
Penelope does hear that. The radio, it works now suddenly.
I will respond. I don't know about the rest of you, but I've had it with this. I don't like it here. I think it's very inhospitable. I don't want to be here. That's really the basic bit, but mostly I'm tired of something talking about the dark on the line. So I wanted to make it very clear that I hate it.
As this argument is going on in the background, Piers, you're reviewing the footage. You just pop open the viewfinder on the camera and you just rewind it. Reviewing her footage, it just shows Victoria in a room looking right into the camera. She's just sitting in a chair. She's not moving and she's just looking straight into the camera. The odd part is, scrubbing through the footage, it appears she's been doing this for hours, like 20 hours. Which makes no sense considering only 1 hour went by when you were all knocked out. In fact, all of her footage on the camera is now just her sitting in a chair looking at the camera. Getting to the end, so the most recent footage of her being recorded, you see the lights turn on, and suddenly she's just not in the room, and you see you guys come up to the camera. You're looking, like, the lights are on in the footage, and you're looking around like, I can't... And then you pick up the camera and you like look a little shocked and everything like that, and then it shows you reviewing the footage.
What did I see before her sitting in a room?
All of her footage is now just that.
Oh, it just opens with her staring at it.
It's now 20 hours of footage of her sitting in a chair. And it's live footage, too. When you scrub through it, you can see her breathing, you can see her moving a little bit as she's looking at the camera. It's not just like a still image of her sitting on the camera stretched for 20 hours. It's like literally 20 hours of live footage of her sitting in looking at the camera. And it's that room, because when you turn on the lights and open the door, you guys show up and she's just not there.
Okay. So somehow time passes differently in a storage room.
Specifically a storage room.
I think
Saying that
any storage room will do.
I was being facetious.